Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review from the beer room with the beer wall. Getting it looking at, if there's one good thing about a lockdown, little jobs, and especially when they go right, because I do a lot of jobs and they don't go right, but this one obviously did. So, today, St. Peter's Best Bitter. St. Peter's do a lot of my favourite beers, and more importantly as well, they do homebrew kits. Now the day they bring out a plum porter homebrew kit, oh, I'll be in heaven. Same with their Christmas ale as well. I mean, they do so many beers, it's unbelievable. And if I was say going to chat to somebody at St. Peter's and give them my opinion, beer kits of their mild's awesome. Their citrus beer, obviously the plum porter, the Christmas ale. Wow. I mean, I don't know if they make, obviously I don't know if they sell a lot or what, but every time I go to my local homebrewer's shop, they are sold out pretty quickly. So there's a demand, big demand for new varieties. I've done the ruby red, I've done the honey porter. I think, is it one Best Bitter or golden ale? Golden ale. The one I haven't done yet is the cream stout. So on the homebrew front. But anyway, amber pour, white head. Nutty aroma. So it says on St. Peter's site, a traditional Best Bitter ale brewed with pale and crystal malts and Golding's Aroma hops, resulting in a full-bodied, amber-coloured ale. Distinctive caramel notes with nutty and roasted aroma lead to a bitter but sweet taste. And let's be fair, when you hear the name Best Bitter, you're like, yeah, this is that stuff they just churn out, and it's okay, but it is what it is. But already, when you read that, you're like, wow. So, on the aroma, I got the nutty straight away even before I read that. And yeah, I can smell the roasted aroma as well. The roastiness. Let's dive in. Bloody mouth watering. Nice caramel in there, but that nuttiness and the maltiness makes for a nice beer. It makes it stand away. What I've done, not only have I changed this, I've changed the room round, put me bloody tumble dryer in the shed of all places. So I put the tumble dryer out of the way, put the homebrew gear there, moved all the bottles and cans around. And if you want to zoom in at some stage, I don't know if you can on this, but you will see a lot of beers. I counted them up last night, I got over 185 different real ales and beers and lagers, ciders. And that's not including homebrew, wine. I mean, even at the side of this, just there, there's two juice wines with 40, near on 40 pints of wine. And over there's another one with near on 40 pints. And then I've got, obviously, over there in the background, I've got a rosé and a white wine brewing as well. So they're nearly finished. They're going to be going into the bottle soon. So, obviously, I'm only an amateur brewer, a very amateur brewer, but stocking up. And yeah, one of these days I need to get my backside over to Norfolk to go and see these fellas and go and raid all their beers, because if you ever go on their Facebook page, St. Peter's this is, you look at the wall of beers they've got. And bloody hell, the amount of varieties is stunning. I mean, if I'm being brutally honest, I don't really care for the alcohol free. Not bothered about it. You know, it's all about the alcohol. But that's just my opinion. But where I do care for is the sheer amount of varieties that I've never seen before, never seen in a shop, probably never will. And yes, I need to get my backside over there. So I've nearly done in here, and started yesterday dinner time. I've done another 2 hours today, putting stuff up on the walls as you do, making it into a true beer room, or if you want to be more common, man cave. I don't like calling it a man cave. It's not a man cave, but it's certainly like an outdoor entertainment area, because obviously we can sit outside, and when it's not chucking it down with rain, that is, and got a good gaming room in here, and it's like a home from home. The only thing it hasn't got is toilets and cooking facilities, but that's what the house is for, and the barbecue. So yeah, good amber pour. That nuttiness on the nose. And you definitely taste the roastiness as well, and smell it. You can really taste nuts. I'm going to tell that to some of my old Sainsbury's mates. They'll be looking at me strange. But yeah, I mean, for me at the moment, home brewing is massive at the moment. If we're talking about St. Peter's, and yeah, developing new kits, I think, is essential. People can't get to the pubs, but they want to try your beers. A lot of your beers, like myself, I struggle to get them because it's a long way. And being a home brewer and a beer fan / reviewer, if you want to call me a reviewer, I want to be trying everything that's new. But also, if I can, hello baby. But also, if I can brew the good stuff, then I'll be well happy. Like I've already said, the mild, St. Peter's mild. You can look back if you go on the website, and not at the top search area, at the lower down search area, type in St. Peter's, St. Peter's, and you'll see all the beers that I've reviewed from them, and some great beers, you know. And I've been critical. I'm always critical. And sometimes you get a beer on the wrong day, and I've had that with some beers. That are great beers. I've drank them one day, and they just wasn't as good as I know they are. So then I get another bottle and drink them again just to make sure I was wrong or right. Yeah, yeah. I tend to only buy beers and tend to buy mixed cases now, one of each, because you know, if you're going to review, and I do a lot of reviews, as you've noticed, if you watch this channel regular, it gets costly, so try and keep the cost down as much as I can. I mean, if you're reviewing £3 beers 3 or 4 times a day, it can get very expensive. God knows how I've got all these beers behind me. I've obviously not done that many. I mean, before this lockdown, I was doing probably 1 or 2 a day. Now I'm doing 2 or 3, 4 even sometimes a day. And I did 7. That was it, 9 homebrew videos the other day. I was slaughtered at the end of that. Never again. Never doing that many again. Obviously, I've got a rosé wine, a little rosé wine review before I bottle it soon, so that'll be interesting. Same with the white wine as well, but that's about 4 days behind, that is. It's not quite finished brewing yet. And I've actually got an hydrometer now. And if those who've been watching the channel for a long while wouldn't know that I estimate how strong the wines are. And yeah, I often get it wrong. But anyway, back to the beer. For me, a very nice traditional beer, but the nutty aroma and the roasty aroma, yeah, I don't expect to get that from a best bitter. So in that way, it's good, it's different, and yeah, well pleased. And it doesn't help when you're doing a review and you're absolutely bursting for the toilet. I'm absolutely bursting for a wee, but obviously I can't do a pause on this. So if I'm in a review and I'm crap at doing editing, some people can do all that editing and rubbish. That's why I don't do anything different. What you see is what you get. I do one review, and whether I say something out of place and maybe I shouldn't have said, I never change what I say. So just in case you wondered. But surely the best reviews are the ones that are off the cuff, that aren't scripted. Because I think script. I might look at my phone just for a bit of inspiration. But other than that, it is what it is. Straight down the middle. Tell it how it is. Always the best way. Oh, I don't have any more to that. This is the second review today, and I think I'll have a few hours, sit down, do a bit of internet work. Wife's doing cakes, so I can't, I'll have to leave off the drinking now for the rest of the day. Well, might have one or two later on tonight, do a couple of late reviews, but yeah, that's it. So, with regards to breweries at the moment, and like most companies now, if you are not doing your best to get your product online, you are losing out. There's money to be made, serious money. All companies that haven't got an online system to buy stuff and get it delivered are failing themselves more than the customers. Because let's be fair, we all look. I mean, luckily St. Peter's Brewery actually do that. They do ship nationwide. Sadly for me, I can't. They haven't got a case that I can order with just one of each, one of their whole range. Because as a home brew, as a reviewer, I just want to try them all, review them all, get it out there, and that's what I care for. I don't really want 12 of each because one, I drink enough as it is, and I'm trying to limit myself, and two, I can't afford it. Simple as that. Although there's some fantastic beers. I mean, I would gladly drink 12 bottles of plum porter and 12 bottles of mild and that Christmas ale. But obviously we have to be sensible, and you know, you can only live within your means, and that's the main thing. Anyway, back to the beer. Stop talking rubbish. 13 minutes already. And as you notice with all these beer reviews, I yak. It's the only time I talk, so talking to a camera, it's my way of actually talking to somebody. It's great. Yeah. Don't talk the rest of the time. Sit there. No, I'm joking. So, Amber Pour Whitehead on the nose. And before I even looked at my phone to get inspiration, nuttiness. I got nuttiness on the nose. I can still taste the nuts now. Never had so much nuttiness in my mouth. I got the roastiness, the roasty aromas and the taste. And I even got a hint of caramel, to be fair. And for a best bitter, the best bitters now, I may be talking out of place, but my best bitters are traditional, malt based, not overly exciting. You just drink them, more quaffable than anything. But this fella has actually got flavour. It's got aroma. What is going on? Eh? I've held back on reviewing it because I looked and thought, oh, best bitter. You know, you look at some beers. I mean, obviously I've got a few beers to look at. And sometimes I'm proved wrong. This is one of them times. So anyway, out of 5, 4.4 out of 5. That's amazing for a best bitter to get that off me. Absolutely love the flavour. Again.
Message. Message.
I've got a message. Yeah, to say it's the best bitter. I can't believe how good the taste was. 3.7%, so not overly strong, thank God, this time of the day. And yeah, I can't fault it whatsoever. Did I say 4.4? Yeah, I did. Absolutely stunning. Can't fault it. Yeah. Another brilliant beer. And sometimes it's the beers and lagers and ciders, obviously. It's the alcohol that you don't expect. You look at it, you think, oh, I'm not drinking that rubbish. And you look at it and you leave it and you leave it and you leave it. And you drink it and you think, bloody hell, that was actually really good. And then sometimes you get beers that your anticipation is high for. Same with films and TV series and that. You build your anticipation up and it doesn't turn out anywhere near as good as what you thought it was. And sometimes that's where you should never, like when, I mean, I love Star Wars, and the last Star Wars film, I actually thought it was really good. I didn't build myself up before I watched it. Why? Because the internet was slagging it down before it even got to the cinemas in the UK. You know, these press, bloody media, they're a bunch yeah, the press, a bunch of idiots in my respect. And someone, that's twice now my internet's been disturbed. And I'm not answering it. But yeah. And then when I went to watch the film, it was much better than I thought it was. So sometimes, you know, our preconceptions, you know, we're judging things wrong. I hope I've made some sense. So, St. Peter's Best Bitter. Wow, what a little stunner. Can't fault it. Can't fault it at all. Hopefully I'll get a thumbnail with that on. Because you have to leave it there for so long for YouTube to get the thumbnail. And I'm crap at editing. So normally you just see my smiling face or me looking gormless. God knows why. Does my nutting. But anyway. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and thanks for listening to somebody who just blurts on. And as always, stay safe. Cheers. Oh, I haven't turned it off yet.